Hi, I'm Mia, and today we're going to be detectives. I need your help to solve a mystery. This morning, I found a note left at my door, but I have no idea who wrote it. I know it has to be one of my friends, but I want to figure out exactly who it is before I ask them. I realized that I might be able to figure it out from the kind of marker they wrote the note with, so I sent this over to Maya, who will test the different markers of our three friends, Michelle, Rachel, and Indy, and see if any of them match with the note. Before we begin, let's go over a few key concepts about colors. How do we make all of the colors of the rainbow? Well, to make colors like purple or orange or green, we use the primary colors, which are red, blue, and yellow. We can use red and yellow to make orange or yellow and blue to make green. How do you think we make the color black? Black is in fact a combination of every color in the rainbow. That's a lot of colors. Now, what if we wanted to unmix a color and find out all of the different colors that it's made of? Do you think all black markers are made up of the same colors? That's exactly what we're going to find out today.
First, gather 3 black markers that you think the suspect that wrote the secret note could have used. Then, take your coffee filter or paper towel and cut 3 long strips from it. Next, take your secret note and cut 1 long strip from it with the writing on it. Make sure there's space between the edge and the writing. Then, draw a medium-sized dot near the bottom of the strip using the marker that you chose. Leave a little bit of space. Do this with all 3 markers. Tape all your strips to a different popsicle stick. They should be able to balance above the cup. Estimate the amount of water you need to put in the cup so that only the blank part of the strip, not the black dot, is touching the water. It is incredibly important that your black dot does not touch the water. Place the strips in and wait 5 to 10 minutes and observe your results. Compare your results to what you started with. What colors do you see now?
Whoa! Look at all the colors! Maya did this with the 3 different markers that Michelle, Rachel, and Indy always use, and they all came out differently, even though they all started out as just black ink. Now, compare your strip to the strips Maya has. Does it match any of them? If it does, which one? If it doesn't, don't worry, that just means you used a marker that our friends don't usually use, so Maya didn't test it. Comparing the tester strips to the one Maya extracted from the note, can you figure out which marker was used to write my note?
This was Michelle's pen, this was Indy's pen, this was Rachel's pen, and this was the secret note. Which one looks most similar? After careful observation, it looks like the bottom of Michelle's looks really similar to the bottom of the note. So I think it's safe to say that Michelle wrote the note.
How were we able to separate out all of the colors that make up the black ink? Well, we just used a technique known as chromatography. I know it's a long word, so I want you to say it with me. Chromatography. Chromatography is a technique used to separate mixtures and analyze their components. Since black ink is actually made of many colors, certain colors don't always stick well to the paper and easily get carried by the water, moving further up the strip, and the coffee filter absorbs the water. Think of it as a running race. At first, all the runners are gathered at the starting line, but soon, runners spread out and go faster or slower because of their different abilities.
Detectives in the real world use chromatography all the time to compare sample found at a crime scene to a suspect's sample. These detectives are often called forensic scientists. Doctors can use it to test the contents of a patient's blood and analyze the different chemicals in the bloodstream. The chemicals in the bloodstream are like the different colors in the black pen. Environmental scientists use chromatography all the time to determine the levels of pollutants in a water supply. Chromatography is all around us. It helps us solve crime, stay healthy, and keep the environment clean.
Now I want to tell you a little bit about the scientist Carlos Juan Finlay. He was an epidemiologist, or a person who investigates patterns and causes of diseases in a population. Carlos discovered that yellow fever, a potentially deadly viral infection, was transmitted by mosquitoes. His research was ignored for 20 years, but once it was acknowledged, Finlay's work played an important part in developing vaccines for yellow fever that continue to keep us safe. Thanks for joining us today for Curious in Quarantine. Stay tuned for your next at-home experiment.